Alright, so in this video what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to draw part 2 and for the 12 practice parts. So this is just a second option for you um, when creating, again, at least your 8 out of 12 parts. You need to have at least 8 out of those 12 completed. So again, we're going to go open up Inventor, which I'm already in, and click on New. And I'm going to go to Standard IPT for my part and create that. I'm going to create a new 2D sketch. And I'm going to go to the same plane that I typically like to use this particular plane. It's the XY plane. It's looking at it from the front view of the object. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And again, I'm going to start off with the rectangle tool. I'm going to select the center point, and I'm going to move and create my initial rectangle of this part. So again, what I did initially is I figured out what the overall height, the overall length, and the overall depth of the part is. So the overall length is 2 inches. Remember, each block is a 1/4 inch. The overall height is 1.25, so I'll just tabbed over. I'm going to go to 1.25 and press enter. Double click my center mouse button. So here's the general shape in regards to a rectangle of the front view of that object of part 2. So I'm going to click on finish sketch, and I'm going to extrude this then out at 1 1/4 or 1.25. So I'm just going to type in 1.25 and scroll out, and there's the basic beginnings of this particular part. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new 2D sketch, and I'm going to create one on that front face. And I'm going to create 2 rectangles. The first one I'm going to put in the upper left hand corner, and I'm going to drag that out, and these are going to be the cutouts on those 2 sides of the part. And the length of that is 0.5 or a 1/2 inch. Tab over, and it's actually a height of 5/8 of an inch, so 5 \8 there, and enter that in. And I'm going to create another one in this corner. So again, it's 5/8. I'm sorry, 1/2. All right, so I can type in 1/2. Tab over, and I want to get the height of 5/8. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and finish that sketch, and I'm going to extrude or cut through those items. So I'm going to cut through both of them. Alright, and you can see how now we have the cutout, so the shapes really come together. Again, in my browser window, I could see that I have, if I click the little plus in the browser, I can see I have sketch 1. And sketch 1 was a sketch where I drew the rectangle and extruded that out, that particular distance. I click the plus over here. Sketch 2 was the one I just created where I had those 2 smaller rectangles and then extruded those out. Alright, so I'm going to create another new sketch on the front face. This one I'm going to create a little guideline to get us rolling here. So I'm going to click on the line tool. I'm going to click on the bottom left hand corner. I'm going to come over at 0.25 and then select my rectangle tool, and then from there I'm going to draw that out at 1.5, 1.5, tab over for my height, which is 0.25, and I'll finish that sketch, and I'm going to cut through that at 1.5 and click OK, and there's the basic my shape. Again, if you want to color that, again, I can click on my default colors here, and let's say I just want to make this one, let's go with welded aluminum. There we go. We can make it welded aluminum if we want to. Right, doesn't really matter, whichever color you prefer. And I would save this. So again, application icon. You're going to go to save as, save it into your STEM folder, I should say, in your STEM folder, and the STEM or engineering folder in your 1 through 12 folder. And this is going to be part 2. It is part 2, so save it as part 2 and save it directly into that folder. And that's it. Alright, if you have any additional questions, just ask your instructor. Thanks for watching.